Have a happy morning, students. This is me, your teacher, Neha Kiradia. And today we are going to learn about one lesson. And name of this lesson is Quality. Class 7, Honeycomb book, lesson number 5. Okay? All of you are ready? Fine? Okay. Let me summarize this lesson. Fine? Okay. Quality. Quality, written by John Galsworthy in 1912, is about the German shoemakers, Gessler brothers. The story starts with a description of the boot shop. On the top was nameplate Gessler brothers, okay, and a few shoes displayed on the window. They make shoes on order. The narrator then narrates one of his meetings with Mr. Gessler. He says it has not been possible to go to him much because the shoe he made have lasted very long. Wow! And are the best of their kind. Fine. One day, the narrator goes to the shop to get a pair of Russian leather shoes. Mr. Gessler retreats upstairs and comes back after some time holding a fine golden Russian leather piece. Okay? After the narrator's approval, he says he will get his shoes tomorrow. Then one day, the narrator goes to the boot shop and tells him that the last shoes he got from him is correct. After a long pause, Mr. Gessler asks him to bring the shoes to him. He assures that if he can't repair them, he will give the money back. Okay? And another day, he goes to Gessler Brothers to order a new pair, wearing a pair of shoes which he bought due to some emergency from a big firm. Mr. Gessler at once recognizes that the shoes are not made by him. He touches a particular spot on the narrator's shoe where it isn't comfortable for the narrator and says that it hurts there. Fine? He expresses his contempt that those large firms attract customers through shiny impressive advertisements to sell their inferior quality products. Okay? Then the author explained to him under what circumstances he had to buy those shoes. Okay? The new shoes lasted nearly 2 years, and in his next visit, he receives quite a shock. When he enters the shop, he sees the younger Gessler brother, who informs him of elder brother's death. That day, he orders several pairs. It takes longer to make them, but the quality is even better than the previous ones. Fine? Soon after, the narrator leaves for abroad and returns after over a year. The first shop he goes to is Mr. Gessler's. Fine? Mr. Gessler, now 75, is unable to recognize him at first. Narrator gives a huge order. The wait is longer than ever, but the quality only gets better. Fine? And after a week, while passing the little street, the narrator thinks to go and tell Mr. Gessler that the boots are perfect. But when he goes to the place where the shop was, the nameplate is no longer there. Disturbed, he goes into the shop and a young English face greets him. The narrator inquires about Mr. Gessler and comes to know of younger Gessler's death. Upon hearing this, the narrator is quite shocked. The young man explains to him that the Gessler died from starvation. He used to devote himself to shoemaking so much that he used to forget about everything else. All the money went in the rents and leather. The fact was quite obvious from the beginning, but both the narrator and the young man agrees that the Guestless brothers made good quality boats. Am I right? I'm sure you also agree with this sentence. Fine? Okay. I hope you understood this summary clearly. Okay. Bye. Have a nice day.